I think I need to introduce, sorry, we didn't practice that part. Stephanie Dale is next. Sorry.
Good evening, Dr. Lockard, board members. So we for elementary K through 5, we do have 3 initiatives related to the grant. And the first one is really to continue what we've been doing with our systematic explicit phonics instruction for many years now. Just to give you a little bit of background, our data is really showing, and has been for some years now, that our students in K, our students in grade 1, and even through grade 2, our phonics data, our basic phonics data, I should say, is all of our students are meeting those standards at 90 to 100% for the entire system. Where we're seeing a little bit of discrepancy in the data is when we get into the 2nd and the 3rd grade classrooms, because there's higher level phonics happening, they're dealing with multisyllabic words, the texts are getting more complicated. So it's really time for us to create a core team, an in-house team. At this point, we do use the Wilson and the Fundations program, which Fundations is under Wilson, and we provide those for tier 1s, 2, and 3 intervention and instruction. But what's happening is every time we want to bring people in, we have to rely on Wilson. We really have become experts, so what we're doing is continuing that by having a team of 10 people. And what is nice about this team is we have special ed representation, we have Title I representation, we have ELA specialist representation, and what we're going to do is basically grow in-house, more in-house experts, so that when our teachers, and it really is about providing that professional development to our teachers, especially at the higher levels, because it's difficult, and it really is a very specific body of knowledge that they need and strategies. We will have one actual, Diane Giannaccini, she's our special ed coordinator. She has been receiving training for many years now. She truly is our county expert. She is now getting additional training to be a trainer for our trainers. And then with that too, we also have 4 Fundations, people that are going to get Fundations certified so that they can give our county PD. And also Wilson, we have a few who are going to be doing also the Wilson, which is our tier 3. So that's a group of 10. What we want to make with that group of people, not only are we going to be able to, if you look at that last bullet, provide tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 phonics instruction and interventions with fidelity, but also those experts will be able to sit with us at the curriculum table and deal with our 2nd and 3rd grade data, where we obviously, because we've seen this for several years now, need to beef up our curriculum and our PD for our higher level phonics instruction, because we know that certainly is going to help them to be better comprehenders, better writers down the road. So that's our first initiative. And our second initiative really deals with comprehension and writing instruction. Despite all of our efforts, we are still seeing about 25% of our students at that level 3 for PARCC ELA. When we look at our local data, there's an alignment. You know, we can see that the better that they do on our CBA and our SRI, the better they're going to do on PARCC. Our curriculum is aligned to the standards. But what's missing, I think, is the same thing that was missing with phonics years ago. Our teachers need more strategies in the classroom. It gets down to the teacher level and the teacher being comfortable teaching those comprehension strategies, which of course is also going to affect writing. So we have a 3-year plan, and at the end of those 3 years, we will have all 2nd through 5th grade teachers in all content areas, because that's another piece that we know we really are going to have to address. How are we dealing with reading comprehension and writing in science? The notice and note is actually, there are 2 texts. One deals with fiction, one deals with nonfiction, written by experts in the fields. Because what we are going to do at the county level as well as the building level is have our STEM teachers sitting alongside our ELA teachers and our math teachers and our social studies teachers, so that we can all make sure that we're doing everything that we need to do to prepare our kids, so that when they get to PARCC, we're going to have more levels 4 and 5. Along with that, as we are developing our teacher capacity for teaching comprehension, we are going to be developing writing portfolios, something that we've wanted to do for a long time. What will be in there are the notice and note strategies that the teachers are going to be learning about. Our county rubrics will be in there as well. And we will have tabs that deal with every content area. So again, we can all visibly see that reading and writing is all of our jobs. And we can have those student samples related to our rubrics so that we can have a more comprehensive plan with the content areas. The third initiative, and before I introduce Mr. Weinholt, the third initiative really deals with access to technology. And because Mr. Weinholt and I have the same goal, I'm just going to let him talk about that. But the one thing I will say is that by the end of the 3 years, every elementary school will have 30 laptops dedicated to ELA, which we desperately need. Our kids need to be accessing the technology to be able to do what we're requiring them to do in PARCC. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Dale.